Welcome to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders in the digital infrastructure industry from DCD Connect live in London. And joining me today is Stephen Carlini. He is the Chief Advocate of Data Center and AI of Schneider Electric. Stephen, welcome.
Well, great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you here today. And we are at DCD Connect.
We are.
Day 2 in London. The floor is absolutely buzzing here. And coming up just in a few minutes, you will be a part of the DCD Talk segment called AI and the Changing Energy Landscape. Such an important topic, especially as the Chief Advocate of Data Center and AI, to be speaking on that panel. So why don't you tell viewers that are tuning in today what attendees will learn from that session?
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting and very top of mind segment. You know, when I started in the data center industry, which was a little bit ago, data centers weren't even showing up on the radar for utility power usage. Now, with AI and the digital economy requiring more and more data center capacity and more automation from AI, there is a lot of data center construction going on to support that. Mainly in what we're calling training, AI training. So we're seeing these large language models or models that are being trained to be able to automate things like ChatGPT-4 that generates AI, but there's also process automation, medical diagnostics, things like that are AI applications that need these models to be able to run.
Yeah, so who else will be on that panel with you today?
Oh, it's just me.
Oh, okay.
It's just
well, that's
me. It's
better.
a fireside chat. So.
Yeah, so if you are at the show, be sure to check that fireside chat out, just coming up in a few minutes.
In a few minutes, yes.
And let's talk a little bit more about AI. I mean, obviously, it's the hottest topic in our industry today. And this conference, just about all the tracks and booths here, they're talking about AI. Let's dive a little bit more into how do data centers need to adapt to meet these growing demands of AI, such a critical topic that we're hearing about day in and day out.
Yeah, so for the last 20 years, data centers were built with standard types of servers, x86, 2-socket servers, 2U servers, and just, massive, rows of these at about 10 kilowatts per rack. AI training servers can use up to 16 GPUs or graphic processing units. They also use CPUs. They also use data processing units. So the power profile for AI servers is much greater and denser. So we're adapting or having to adapt the data center designs from around 10 kilowatts per rack to right now with the current NVIDIA processors to 70 kilowatts per rack. And we have, partnership with NVIDIA. People think NVIDIA is just a GPU company, but they also make the server boards, they make the servers, and then now they have super pods, which are basically AI clusters. And they rely on companies like Schneider. We have a partnership with them to do the reference designs for those clusters. So we have, if you want to deploy one of these super pods or clusters, we have 4 different versions of power and cooling systems that you could use to deploy those. And with the next generation Blackwell coming out, the densities are going to go even higher. And as those come out, we have reference designs to accompany those systems as well.
I mean, you're hearing all about the Blackwell, and that partnership with NVIDIA is so critical to what's ahead when it comes to AI and GPUs. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely a partnership. They're really pushing the envelope on horsepower for training these models. And, as they push it, they need rely on companies like Schneider to be able to make it seamless for integration and also for deployment of these clusters.
Yeah. I mean, overall, where do you see AI's role in the future of digital infrastructure? What's your predictions for what's ahead?
Yeah, AI is, the new technology wave, the last technology wave, the internet had a dramatic effect on how everything
remember
changed.
that.
But AI has an equally transformative effect, and it's actually the working processes that are going to be affected.
Mm-hmm.
So AI is going to be used to streamline a lot of the things that we do today. It's right now it's being positioned more like, it'll do the mundane task and free people up to do the more advanced and creative work.
Right.
But in the future, AI is going to be able to automate a lot of the processes that are being done by individuals right now. And we're seeing medical, we're seeing government, we're seeing manufacturing start to implement these. We're really at the beginning of this rollout. The human brain took over 3 million years to evolve. AI is based on the way the human brain operates. So people, expect this to happen overnight, and it's going to take a more of a marathon than a sprint. I see it as it rolls out to different applications and different industries.
Right. So we're just turning that first lap there.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for those insights. Now let's talk a little bit about Schneider's collaboration with utilities.
So Schneider, does not make, power generation equipment.
Right.
And we are in the middle of the data center operators and the utilities. So data center operators, as they search for more power and need permitting for their data centers, they're looking for partners to help source that power and also negotiate with utilities. So what's happening in the industry to receive a data center permit, you have to be able to have a relationship that's really puts the data center as part of the ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So most utilities have enough power. It's only, a day or two or a couple of weeks per year where there may be having peak demand. So the collaboration with the data center operators is the data centers all have long-term backup solutions. So by offloading that load from the utility, it frees up power for, cooling systems, heating systems that people need. So going forward, it's going to be more of a technical collaboration as they start sharing more and more data. And eventually the whole thing will be automated. And the data centers, as they implement more long-term backup power. Right now they have generators. They're going to have battery storage systems. They're going to have fuel cells. Right. So they're going to have all of these power systems that are going to need to collaborate with the utilities as one.
Definitely. That's critical collaboration, especially in this lap of AI here. And as it continues to grow and become, more of a priority each and every day for not just the data center industry, but the world.
For the world, exactly.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you would like to add today, Stephen?
No, I think, that's a great conversation. I think, data centers, as a whole are also being used to decarbonize other industries and AI. So transportation, buildings, manufacturing, even energy. You are using and deploying AI algorithms to lower carbon emissions and to optimize water usage as well. So it's and today, a few days ago, the UK actually classified data centers as critical infrastructure. So I think we're, the world is slowly starting to learn that without data centers, this kind of digital economy doesn't function.
Yeah. Without data centers, there's nothing anymore. I mean, we have nothing. We have no phones, no communication, right. No AI.
Right.
So the data centers, like you said, the UK announced that it's a critical infrastructure, and it certainly is. And the fact that there's so much happening to even become more efficient and sustainable when it comes to greener data, and just as a industry as a whole, becoming more sustainable is so critical today.
Exactly.
Well, good luck on your panel, Stephen.
Oh, thank you.
We're excited to hear some of those key takeaways. We'll be checking back in with you for sure. And where can viewers go to learn more about Schneider Electric?
Well, you go to our website, schneiderelectric.com. You could go to our LinkedIn page. Schneider has a lot of sustainability content and data center content. You can go to our AI page on Schneider Electric as well. And you could go to LinkedIn as well for all of our information of our latest thought leadership content.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Stephen. Definitely a thought leader in our industry today. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in. to another episode of JSA TV live from DCD Connect London. Stay curious, stay connected, and happy networking.